At the moment, a bunch of people sending me a direct message with questions. We're going to have a Q&A session at the end, so please keep the question toward the end of the session. And also, please keep the question to the stuff that aren't covered during this presentation. Just waiting on a few more people to disable their mic, just in case. Hi, Olsen. Please turn off your camera if you can. Thank you very much. All right, let's start. Welcome, everyone, and thank you for joining our information session today. Today, we're going to talk about 2021 Term 4 Year 3 WMT courses. So this session is for those of you who are not who are new to our college and courses and not really familiar with all the content and the features we provide. So we're going to talk about a few things today. First of all, general information, then how our courses are constructed. Then we're going to give you some updates regarding the COVID-19 situation, then some basic contact information at the end. And it's not on the visual, but we will have the Q&A session at the end. All right. First of all, PreUni College posts all the relative information on our website. So I'm just going to go through quickly on our website how to check the basic information. All right, so we try to put all the available information on those two pages. So first of all, on the newsletter section, you can find all the course information and timetables for the current term. So now we're looking at the Year 3 Term 4 courses. So we have standard WMT course, Saturday MC, Saturday AC, and Sunday through Thursday and Friday. The time varies on the schedule of the class. So by the way, MC and AC stands for morning class and afternoon class. It's just a code that we used for our management. So just bear in mind. And also the Term 4 is very, very important time for those kids for their transition to next level. Speaking of the transition, we introduced a new OC Foundation course, which gives students opportunity to prepare for their opportunity class placement test, which we'll cover quickly later on. So you can find all the course and class schedules and then all the relevant information across the newsletter. And next is the course page. Under the course page, we uploaded the course guidebook, which has very easy to use user interface and with a clear design. So this lays out all the elements of the WMT course: writing, English, math, and thinking skills. For those of you who are not familiar with the thinking skills, this is the new addition to this year's selective high school test and then OC placements test and onward, which replaced general ability test. And the first page, you can check out all the academic key dates for the current term. So let's just quickly go through this. Let me just bring it up for year 3. Okay, so first week, we just started the first week last Saturday. So our course always start on the first day of our course is always Saturday. So first day being Saturday and last day being Friday. So this, which means the following Saturday will be week 2. So from second week, all the students will have access to the SOQ, which stands for Speed Online Quiz. This is just a quick combination of the 10 quizzes fortnightly uploaded. So this gives students the opportunity to challenge and test their outcome from each modules. And week 3, we're going to post all the information about the summer holiday courses. And then week 4, we'll announce the term 1 courses for 2022. And week 5, there's a drawing competition entry closer. So make sure if you like to participate, don't miss out the due date. So the due date is until last day of the week 5. Okay, and following week, we will send out the second booklet out to your the home address, so you won't miss the booklet before your module 7 lessons. And week 6, we're going to have the term 3 book review winners announcement. So if you participate into this competition, please stand by, and then we'll announce the winner on this week. And then following week, week 8, we always have the term test for kids. And then in the same week, we will have OC webinar session, which will give you more detailed information about the opportunity class placements test for the parents. So please put this in the calendar so you don't miss out. And then following week, week 10, we're going to, based on the term test performance, we're going to send out the class allocation email. Then following week, we will disclose all the term test reports. And then following week is week 12, which is end of the term 4. Then we'll start summer holiday course and following Monday. So just going back to the week 1, whoever taking OCFC course. So this is a foundation course. So this is kind of very, very similar to OCTTC course, which you will be doing from year 4. But it's kind of toned down version of that test. So this gives an idea to students how the test is constructed. So just like a OC, just to slow down a little bit, we don't want to rush them too much from the beginning. So we'll just divide them into 2 parts. So each test will be held over 2 weeks' time. So first week, for instance, we'll be doing English, which will be reading and vocabulary test. And then second week, we'll do mathematical reasoning and thinking skills. So OCFC this term will have total of the 5 tests. And then the final week is a single English test as a revision test. So it's going to be a combination of all the major contents from every single test you've done throughout the course. So this is the schedule for the term 4. Let's go back. And on the following pages, you can kind of check out what kind of modules your kid is going to be dealing with. So it kind of gives you an outline of the course layout, writing, English, and it lists out all the modules going to be covered every week. By the way, the flipbook interface is accessible from your mobile phone and tablet. So on your mobile device, you can use swipe action to flick through different pages. Okay, and we also displayed some sample module contents, so you can check out. Same goes with the mathematics and thinking skills. So please make sure you check out all the relevant information on our website first. And we're going to move on to the next part. All right, so next part will be how our course is structured. So WMT, as it stands for Writing, English, Mathematics, then Thinking Skills. The student will take a lesson each week. Then on our Cyber School platform, using Cyber School platform, they can always go back to rewatch the lesson using the pre-recorded video lessons. And then every week or fortnightly, we provide a bunch of online quizzes. So they always have plenty of materials to work with. This gives us very good discipline for the kids to build their strong foundation for future tests. And week 8, we always have a term test just to evaluate progress of your kids. And then that will be one of the factors for your allocation on following term as well. All right, next part is the cyber school. So this is very important. This is actually the feature a lot of kids and parents miss out. So please make sure you make most out of it every week. So let's go back to web browser. So let me just take you to the quick tour on our cyber school system. All right, so let me just use sample login. So by you clicking the login, you can type in your student ID and password you nominated. So for those new students, if you haven't got the cyber school access, please contact us as soon as possible so we can help set up the account for it. All right, once you log in, first part is material. Just go into material. This is where each week we're going to upload all those module answers. Let me just quickly share the screen with you. So I just click the English module answers, for instance. then this document will lay out all the answers from a particular module. And it applies same to all those other materials. So this is really good if you ever missed a lesson or wanted to just revise it, and if you want to work with the keys together, please download those modules. And then video lessons. So you can always go back to Cyber School and rewatch pre-recorded video lessons every week. But just to bear in mind that these video lessons are only available for 3 weeks, which means on your 4th week, the first week's video lesson will be disabled automatically, won't be accessible anymore. So just for 3 weeks. Remember that. Also, test review. So once you complete the test review, and then we open up all those test results, you can actually go through all the test results and then review what questions you got right and what questions you got wrong, and kind of go through them one more time. And my test, this is an interesting part. So every week, you're going to get vocabulary test for your English and mathematical reasoning and thinking skills online test every week. And second part is the speed online quiz. Also, it covers all the subject you've done each module. So your kids always going to get plenty of material. And those two, GA for scholarship and practice test, are the bonus test we just uploaded for you. This is just extracted tested questions from previous scholarship test. So just feel free to take it. Just bear in mind that these questions are meant to be challenging. Okay, so if your kid is finding it too difficult, don't worry too much. That's what it's meant to be. And then there's also short guide video about how to practice for those scholarship tests. Okay. Lastly, practice. So this is just a bonus test. So just feel free to take. By the way, for those online weekly tests, those two, once you complete the test, I'm just going to quickly flick through all those questions. So I'm not really doing the questions. So just a quick 10 quizzes every week. I mean, for speed online quiz, it's fortnightly, and then just online test is every week. So once you finish and submit the test, sorry, I just misclicked. So you can check out your result for each test instantly. And you can also go through each question to review it. Okay. And also each question you got incorrect, you can click the view solution button to find out the solutions. So this is very helpful and easy to use as well. Just refresh. Okay, that's it. And on the My Page section, So this doesn't display anything because, well, I haven't done anything yet. But as you progress with the courses and online tests, you can always check out your weekly or fortnightly result under this page. And lastly, the live lesson link. You can find all the course, the Zoom session details. So you don't really need to type anything. Just click the button, and then it will take you to the relevant classroom directly. And for OCFC course, there will be 2 buttons, one for the test and one for actual Zoom. So OCFC is always, it consists of test, then review session. Also, one last thing I want to remind you is under My Account page, you can always check your details under this page. Since we are posting out all textbooks, please make sure your address is correct. If it's not, please contact us as soon as possible so we can update for you. That's all for the Science School, and moving on to the next part. Okay, so next part is probably the stuff that most of you are curious about. So COVID-19 safety plan. So as per the latest announcement from New South Wales Health Department and government, all the retail will open from next week. However, we understand, even though we understand all the students are allowed to go back to school from next week as well, we are a educational business, and we are not allowed to host mass gathering yet by government. So we will continue to monitor government announcement and any new advice from health department, and closely work with you guys as well. If there's any major update, we will notify you by email or text message. All right. Otherwise, at the moment, the Term 4 classes will remain as online courses. All right. So like I mentioned in the beginning, we try to put everything, all the relevant information on the website as much as we can. So please make sure you go and check them out first. If that's not enough, you are always welcome to contact us. First of all, just letting you know that we are regularly contacting our parents regarding some of those student progress feedback, and getting your feedbacks as well about the courses and materials or anything like that. And also we contact you regarding informing important events, just like a new test or seminar, just like this session, or upcoming, holiday programs, or, following terms and special offers as well. So we may call you or send you email or text message regarding this information. Okay. And our operating hour for Term 4, during the weekdays, Tuesday to Friday, it'll be 1:20 to 9 p.m. And on Saturday and Sunday, it'll be 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. So you can always contact us by calling 9746 7000 or send us primary@newcollege.com.au. And as you may know, we are extremely busy with taking phone calls. So sometimes it might be faster if you send us email instead. Okay. So I guess that's pretty much all for today. And now we're going to just quickly go through Q&A session. So please, if you have any questions, please leave it on the chat, and I'll just cover one by one quickly. Okay. Yep, Nanda. Yes. Well, the OC preparation test. I mean, we call it OC foundation course. So OCFC, yeah, starts from term 4. And it's going to be just 11 weeks course, not 12. Any other questions? I don't quite get what you mean by special classes. But the OCFC is pretty much the standard course for term 4, year 3. Yeah, regarding the scholarship test, yep, we are working on it, and then we will make announcement shortly. Well, just to answer Kelly's question, so is the OC Foundation course easier than WMT? Well, because they are 2 different courses. So WMT is basically just lesson focused course, which he gives strong foundation for those kids, where OC Foundation course is more focused on test itself. So it just gives them experience of actual test by sitting in the mock test, if that makes sense. Sathanika, in the term test, it will be conducted online. Will there be any way for the student to complete it? Well, yes, the term test is going to be online, and it'll be available on Cyber School website from week 8. For Vivian, OC formal class start from term 1, year 4. Yes, the OCTTC, the trial test course, the full-on course will start from term 1 next year. Yeah. For the term test, could have a sample to look for writing. Well, we don't really have the sample for writing, but the student will be given just various topic for the short answers, if that helps. Will you remain online course as an option and student return? Yes, like I mentioned, just answer to Lou. Yes, so all the school kids are allowed to go back to school now from November 1st, but however, we are the educational business. We are not quite school. So we are under different condition, and then government are still concerned about like mass gathering and safeties of public, especially for those young kids. So, well, we are continuously monitoring their advice at the moment. So, if there's any new, new like ease of restriction from government, we'll share with you and then notify you for any further changes. Thank you. And Sabrina, as for OC Foundation license test, to get the test papers. Well, it's gonna be conducted online. So every week, but on time, he's going to log into the cyber school and click the link for the test. Then after this, well, so they have to do the test within the course, the class time. Then they're going to go through with each question with the teachers afterward. That's how the course is constructed. Yeah. Is it too late for OC foundation course? No, Sunanda. So no, we just covered English last Saturday, so it's never too late. So you can always join. So yeah, please contact our administration for the enrollment. Thank you. Yes, Kelly, like I mentioned, the OC Foundation course, the structure of it is fundamentally the same as OC trial test. However, we kind of toned it down because we don't want to rush and then start throwing hard questions to the year 3 students yet. So we just give them same structure, but like much easier questions for them to start with. Does that make sense? For Vivian, is it possible to change WNT our sequence? English can be first to the names. Well, unfortunately, the current sequence of the courses cannot be changed because it's just a global thing across all other class on a different days. So unfortunately, sorry, we can't really change that sequence, but we'll make sure, yes, English is very important. We understand. So we'll make sure we cover all the topics in each module. For Jenny, the teachers from Zoom meeting presented the class a bit fast. I found the kids not really understanding the questions after. Could you monitor the quality? Yes, we constantly monitor quality of the class. However, yeah, it is natural to feel that, the pace of the online class is a bit faster. Yeah, it is natural. Yeah, and indeed it is because during the face-to-face class, you actually have more interaction between teachers and kids, but online we kind of miss that. But however, at the end of the day, it is always come down to how we do it. So we recommend parents to always encourage kids to feel free to unmute themselves and then ask questions during the online class, because a lot of kids tend to be very shy, especially during the online classes. So yeah, and also recommend parents to supervise their lessons just time to time, like not necessarily telling you to sit down right next to them or anything, but just to constantly monitor them, how they're doing, just give them encouragement, ask teachers questions. Yeah. Claire, would students be better completing the writing task online via Google Classroom or paper during their weekly lesson? So the Google Classroom is really for the submission. So I think it's still, it is good practice to let them write the answers on the paper. Then later you just, type it up on the computer and then submit via Google Classroom. So yeah, since we don't know about the update for next year, but like with most likely gonna be, I wouldn't say anything about it, but it might be paper exam again, or we don't know. But by doing so, kids will practice writing question on the paper and then typing on the computer at the same time. So I think it's good to do that way. Vivian, kids feel tired if English is later than maths. They use up their energy. Yes. Yeah. I completely understand your concern, Vivian. I will. It definitely. Yeah. That kind of makes sense. We'll definitely take that into consideration, and we will apply to maybe sequence for the future courses. Other than that, we cannot really change the sequence for current term. Feel sorry about that. The first week lesson timing was not very organized. Hope the teacher could organize better. Yep, we constantly monitoring the class. I mean, literally every single class, and then we always closely talk to teachers, communicate with the teachers, and then give them feedback. So we will definitely make improvement on that. I'm sorry you felt that way, but it'll be improved on next lesson. Lou, do teachers receive similar training and have a relatively same way of teaching and selling? Yep. All of our teachers are qualified teachers from public and private schools. So they have decades of experience already. And I understand that the online is kind of new thing to everyone. However, we always try our best to improve our quality. So please understand that. For Claire, thanks. If students complete writing task online, they will get feedback. Yes, so once you submit the writing task online, the teacher will log into the system and then they will go through and then leave detailed comment for each writing task. For Jenny, will you change the teachers each term? Well, really, it really depends on like what class your kids will be enrolled to. Other than that, the majority of our teacher pool kind of remains the same. But if you have any concern and in particular feedback to share with us, always you're welcome to do so. So please, if you have any feedback about teachers, please send us email or give us a call. Thank you very much. William, okay, does cyber school have live lessons? Kind of yes and not. So on cyber school, like I showed you, it'll have link to live session, but you will have to join the class on the class time. So then if you ever miss the lesson, there will be another session called the video lesson where you can just check out. This is like a pre-recorded video lesson. So it is actually different from the live lesson, but it covers sort of same contents. So it'll be useful if you ever missed a live lesson. You can always go back and watch it again. Will it be all right if the written task is scanned and submitted onto Google Class? Unfortunately, we currently just taking oh, you're talking about the Google Classroom? Yes, yeah. You're welcome to do so. Yes, you can definitely do that. I haven't been submitting the writing task. Initially, when I asked, the teacher said she'll get back to me, and it skipped my mind too. Okay, so you probably talk about the Google Classroom. So have you got your Google Classroom details? If you don't have, please contact us. So one of our staff will give you correct details for your Google Classroom link. For Kelly, do we have a due date to submit the writing task? Say we have lesson on Sundays. So normally the due date will be before your next lesson, if that makes sense. So if you were on Sunday class, it'll be Saturday right before your next lesson. Okay, I'm just going to take one more question and close it off. Okay, Mohammed, if there was anything unclear, did you want to raise up the question, maybe? Sorry about that, if I was unclear about anything. Online is small group. Yep, Sumitra, yes, we understand that kind of limitation, but yeah, that's why I recommend parents to encourage their kids to raise up the question, because that's kind of only leads for kids to make a connection with the teachers during the session. So yeah, please feel free to do so. And Kelly, yes, well, the Google Classroom detail will varies on a term and class you are in. So if you change your branch, to us, you will have to check with us again. So the Google Classroom detail will be different this term. So please contact us to find out. Yes, I understand that, but it's not like every single case jumping onto the question. From our experience, most of them just remain silent during the session. So why don't you take that opportunity and then just jump in with the questions? Mohammed, the Google Classroom is just for the homework submission, because we cannot physically marking the kids' homework. So each homework will be digitally submitted via Google Classroom. Kenneth, it is very hard to get your students, the student details for me right now. So if you can just contact us, we'll better find you correct details. I don't have that access at the moment. Is it late if I join the OC next year? No, not at all. This is kind of test flight for those kids. So it's really up to you and your choice if you want to start ahead or start, late. But it's never late. Yes, you just need to submit the writing part in the Google Classroom. Yep, I think this will cover the most of the questions during this session. So I'm just going to close the session shortly. There's only English writing novel being marked. Yes, correct. We basically just mark English. So math, you can do self-marking using the module answers every week. All right, if you have any further questions, like I said, please feel free to call us or send us email. Thank you very much, everyone, and have a lovely evening today.